So what I want to do is I just want to start with welcoming you and also just telling you a little bit about the Wisdom Center. So, and also I do want to make the point, and I'm not sure my pointer's working, so I'll just speak with you, where we have here wellness. This is a new concept that not a new concept, it's a very old concept, but this is really a new focus that we have now at the Stanford Prevention Research Center, where disease prevention has been this focus. When we talk about healthcare, we're really talking about sick care. When we talk about wellness, we often are talking about disease. And what we really are trying to do at this point is start to really focus on the truly positive well-being concepts and not just disease prevention, but really feeling at our utmost. And so some of the messages that I'm going to be giving today will relate to that. I'm trying to figure out why this is not working. Oh, there we go. So to introduce the Wisdom Center, so this is the Women and Sex Differences in Medicine Center. I'm the director. Sonu Thadani in the back is our managing director, and Tio Pricing, who I think you probably saw out in the foyer, is our program associate. And our vision for the Wisdom Center is healthy women. I'm sorry. I can't be looking at the slides, so we realized that the podium didn't quite work the way we thought it would. Healthy women and men from conception through the lifespan. So we very much focus on the entire life spectrum, starting from conception onward. And our mission, which was created from a 2-year strategic planning process, which actually Jonathan Barrick, who is going to be moderating the A side, was the chair of that particular planning group, is advancing human health across the lifespan through research and education in women's health, biology of sex differences, and gender medicine. And these are all distinct concepts. And I do want to point out that in the front we also had a very special piece that we wrote, an opinion piece on sex inclusion in basic research drives this discovery. And this is really an opinion piece that several of us at Stanford and some experts across the country came together and did a workshop to really work on the fact that right now our basic science excludes females. If you're not aware, we hardly ever know what the cell of the sex is, and we hear about cell biology, and it's very often male cells, but no one ever thinks about the fact that every cell has sex, XX or XY, and most of the basic science is done on male animals, not on female animals. So part of our mission in our sex difference focus is to really home in on the fact that we got to get the basic science right so that we can really start to talk about true translation. So that's something that we've been working on. I also want to thank Laura Becker-Luca, who's out front also, who was helping planning this particular symposium. And we have 3 Wisdom interns. I don't know if they're in here, but Sarah Roberts, Jasmine Kai, and Ashley Jowl played a big role in today's presentation. So the next thing I want to just say is that Wisdom has been very busy this past year. So what we've been doing is, in addition to today's event, which is our 6th annual Women's Health Forum, we have now started to create more themes. Today we really are highlighting Stanford's women's clinical centers. And something that you'll hear if you go on the A side is Jonathan Barrick is actually creating a women's health center that is going to have kind of the umbrella of all of the different areas of women's health. And so this is something that has been a dream for many of us for a long time, and certainly Dr. Barrick's dream. And so we are really trying to highlight the fact that Stanford is addressing specific clinical issues for women. We've also been having a series of basic and translational research symposium on sex differences. We do this every year. So starting back in 2010, we had one that was kind of a grand sweep of many different topics. And then we've been really homing in on specific areas. So we've done a particular one on cardiovascular in the distant past, but then we did neurosciences, so we really talked about sex differences in the brain and behavior. We did one on immunology that we partnered with the Immunity Transplantation and Infection Institute at Stanford. And then this year we partnered with the Stanford Cancer Institute and had a conference that was specifically focused on sex differences in cancer. We also are partnering today with the Stanford Cancer Institute and have, therefore, an entire afternoon of cancer talks. So that'll be on that side. We're now talking with the Cardiovascular Institute about having another one next year on cardiovascular medicine. The other thing that we did this year that was really important was we hosted the Organization of the Study of Sex Differences here in Berg Hall. So we had about 200 scientists from all across the country, actually from many different countries, come here and present their basic research and their clinical research on this topic. And so we really have established Stanford now as one of the centers for sex difference research. So that was one of our goals, and we're very happy that we achieved that goal.